for life God has given me, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation. We've been called for to show His excellence. All I require for life God has given me, for I know who I am. I know who God says I am.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1. Welcome to the Hart College of Innovation and Technology Center for Excellence Robotics Symposium. It is an exciting time to be alive. And before my excitement gets a hold of me, let me welcome and acknowledge you all. First of all, I want to welcome Senator the Honorable Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for skills and digital transformation. Welcome, ma'am. His Worship the Mayor of Montego Bay, Councillor Richard Vernon. Welcome, sir. Dr. Andre Horton, Opposition Spokesperson on Commerce, Technology and Innovation. Dr. Tanisha Ingleton, Managing Director, Hart NSTA Trust. Where is she? Yes, I too don't know everybody, so just so that those who are like me will know who you are. That's correct? There we go. Also want to welcome Mr. Derek Murphy, General Manager, Studica Limited. There we go. Welcome, sir. Dr. Cheryl McLaughlin, Deputy Managing Director, National Training Programs. Welcome, ma'am. Mr. William Malabo, Deputy Managing Director, Corporate Support. Welcome, sir. And Dr. Shauna Newsom-Myrie. She's a Regional Director for Region 4. Welcome, ma'am. Members of staff of the Hart Trust and STA Trust, welcome to you all. Where are they? And I can tell you they are doing a very excellent job here, and that is the reason why we're here this morning. So we must welcome you all as well. Other specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I read a quote recently that said, the next billionaire will be from the technology, the AI technology industry. And the innovation that is taking place here, I can see Hart Trust NSTA is preparing our youngsters to be part of that billion-dollar industry. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we are living in exciting times. I have to pinch some time to keep myself grounded. The opportunities that exist that technology offers us is immense. And I want to say to the young people here, please, please embrace it. Like everything else, I think it is important that we always invoke the Lord's presence in our midst. So at this time, I'm going to call Mr. Eric Malcolm, Care Development Officer, to do prayers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremony. Guide us, O great Jehovah. Indeed, God, you are our Master, our Commander-in-Chief in this land. Lord, we are cognizant that you embrace excellence. Lord, as we come this morning to launch, oh God, the Center of Excellence and Robotics Symposium, we ask, oh God, to guide today's proceedings. God, we pray, Almighty God, that all the energy that exerted in putting this program together, I pray, dear God, that you will let, oh God, your plans come to fruition. Lord, I pray, Almighty God, that your will be done as your kingdom has come, even to the Hart College of Innovation and Technology. We pray, dear God, that you will even whet the appetite of all the students and persons who are here, that we will embrace technology and recognize, Almighty God, that you, O God, endorse, O God, these great ideation. Lord, I pray, dear God, that this program, O God, will be one that have an indelible mark up on our lives, and it will seek, Almighty God, to even for those who are so fearful of technology, they will want, Almighty God, to be technologically savvy. Lord, whatsoever I fail to ask you, that you will let this program and this center and the robotics program be in one of excellence. I pray, dear God, that you will just drive, oh God, we the drivers, that it will, oh God, well done. Father, whatsoever I fail to ask you, let it be done to your glory. Lord, to your honor, and Lord, to your praise. In Jesus' name I pray.
Check, check, 1, 2. Thank you very much, sir. I will just end by saying we're going to pass the offering plate around. Very well done, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, now today we're here, and I'm going to ask you all to pay keen attention, because we have some little goodies around. You may never know when the question will be asked, who it will be asked of, and where is the person in the audience that will be giving the little goodies away. So we want this to be as interactive as possible. So ladies and gentlemen, pay keen attention to what is happening. I am getting a echo, a feedback here. So my question is, do we have at present students that are part of the robotic? Where are they? They're inside. Oh, I wanted to take this opportunity to acknowledge them all for the great work that they're doing. We're aware that our young people could find themselves doing a lot of other things, and we are happy that they're getting themselves involved in this exciting venture here. Without further ado, I'm going to call on Dr. Shauna Newsom-Mary to do an official welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. Senator the Honorable Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for skills and transformation. His Worship the Mayor, Councillor Richard Vernon. Dr. Andre Horton, Opposition Spokesman on Commerce, Technology and Innovation. Dr. Tanisha Ingleton, Managing Director of the Hart NSTA Trust. Mr. Derek Murphy, I almost say Hart NSTA Trust because he's becoming one of us. General Manager of Studica Limited. Dr. Cheryl McCluckin, Deputy Managing Director of the National Training and Programs Division. Mr. William Malavo, Deputy Managing Director, Corporate Support. Members of staff of the Hart NSTA Trust, or directors, or managers, or instructors, all the staff members, our specially invited guests from industry, our teachers from the various high schools across Western Jamaica, and a very special welcome to all our students. And we have students from the primary school and from the high schools, and I'm seeing Montego Bay High School. Montego Bay High? Montego Bay High? All right, I'm seeing Irwin High. Irwin? I'm seeing Russie's High School around the back there. I think I'm seeing Barracks Road Primary, Spot Valley High School. I'm seeing Barracks Road. I'm seeing Cornaldy. I'm seeing Mount Alvernia. I'm seeing Harrison Memorial High School. Did I leave anyone out? Herbert Morrison? Yes? We want to say a special welcome to you all. I am truly delighted to welcome you all to today's symposium under the theme, Robo Excellence, Catch the Innovation, and the inauguration of the Autonomous Mobile and Aerial Robotics Lab here at the Hart College of Innovation and Technology. Today marks a significant milestone on our journey towards excellence in technology, education, and innovation. As we gather here today, we reflect on the remarkable progress that Hart College of Innovation of Technology has made since we launched our Center of Excellence last year on March 14. And you remember the steam lag and the excitement that we all had here last year. From the inception of our cybersecurity programs to the forthcoming introduction to autonomous mobile and aerial robotics, additive manufacturing, and 3D printing, our commitment to staying at the forefront of the fourth industrial revolution technology that is advancing the digital and automation practices across the world remains unwavering. Everything that is done repeatedly can be automated, and we are ensuring that we are preparing our young people for what is ahead. And so today, as we stand on the threshold of introducing our Polytechnic Associate degree in Information Technology in collaboration with Cisco, and reaffirm our dedication to shaping the future leaders of innovation and tomorrow. Our upcoming programs over the next 3 years will include business productivity and data analytics, fiber optics cabling, the advancement of the Internet of Things in collaboration with artificial intelligence, and our advanced programs in network engineering. The establishment of the Automotive, Mobile, and Aero Robotics Lab is indicative of our vision of fostering a culture of innovation and hands-on learning. This state-of-the-art facility will serve as a hub for exploration, experimentation, and collaboration, empowering our students to delve in the realms of robotics and automation. Sounds exciting, not true? Yes. And so as we embarked on this exciting journey, we are keenly aware of the profound impact it will have on our students' life and career. Through immersive learning experiences and exposure to cutting-edge technologies, we aim to equip them with the skills and knowledge necessary to thrive in the digital age. Furthermore, our commitment extends beyond the confines of this campus. We are dedicated to continue forging strong partnerships with industry stakeholders to provide internship opportunities that bridge the gap between classroom instructions and simulations and the industry. Today, we will shape the future workforce and drive innovation that transcends borders. And so as we collectively embrace these opportunities that lie ahead, we invite you to join us as we embark on this exciting discovery of innovation and transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Let the era of autonomous robotics and limitless possibilities begin. I invite you to just turn your eyes to the screen to have a brief understanding of what has taken place here at the Hart College of Innovation and Technology over the past year.
Welcome to the Hart College of Innovation and Technology, where innovation meets practical education. Today, we're excited to share the progress of our Phase 2 implementation plan. Phase 2 has been an exhilarating journey as we continue to expand our educational offerings. Let's dive into the details. This phase includes groundbreaking programs like the Polytechnic degree and mobile robotics. Preparations began in earnest, with our dedicated team setting up state-of-the-art facilities and finalizing the curriculum. We've brought on board expert instructors and are collaborating closely with industry leaders to ensure our programs meet the highest standards and relevance. A highlight this year was our live cyber awareness broadcast, which raised significant awareness about cybersecurity threats and safe practices among our community. Collaborations with tech giants like Cisco have not only enriched our curriculum, but also provided our students with invaluable industry exposure. As we continue to build on the success of Phase 2, we look forward to the future with optimism and excitement. Thank you to all our students, staff, and partners who are on this journey with us.
Thank you very much, Dr. Newsom. And I am going to start to see how much you were listening. I have two questions to ask, and the first one is, what did I say the name of the master of ceremony was? And number 2, give me 2 of the items, 2 of the subject areas that this institution will be offering. Offers and will be offering. Dr. Newsom spoke of them. So, first one. No, you're incorrect. What did I say? Anybody? I actually did not say it. So my good friend, you're incorrect. I know you look at the program. All right, so my name is Stanton Baker, and I am Destination Manager at Tourism Product Development Company. And as we look at this exciting area of technology, I just want to add from the tourism perspective how technology is changing and has changed our world. Now, we're just coming out of a pandemic. Is that correct? And I'm here, I see a drone, I think that's a robot, not you. Him have a name? No? No name? We call him Bob. I see Bob, and I see... Now, we were totally shut down a few years ago. And the main idea was that we could not have human-to-human interaction. You see where I'm going? At TPDCO, we were quick out of the box. We created a pathway for recovery, and it has been adopted by world leaders. We were one of the fastest countries to reopen after the pandemic, or even during the pandemic. We created areas where that were controlled. Now, if it is that we have our young people, that's bet my bottom dollar, we're going to have another event, We don't know what it is, we don't not know what it will be called. But all I am saying to you, young people, prepare yourselves to be a part of that cutting-edge technology that will take this world forward. So, anybody for my second question? 2 of the subject areas that the Hcit College of Innovation is offering. 2 areas, yes.
Business productivity and data analytics.
They want to see your face. And just introduce yourself. What school you're from?
My name is Majesta Watson, and I am from Barracks Road Primary School. Is correct?
Is she correct? She is correct. All right, so I'm going to ask you to walk over to my little helper over there in that yellow blazer. Keep going, and you will be handed a nice little gift. I don't know what it will be. Congratulations, ma'am. And now, you see, young and old, please pay attention. You don't know when you will be called on. All right, thank you very much, and congratulations, ma'am. Miss Barracks Road Primary, very well done. All right, at this time, I'm going to call on Dr. Tanisha Ingleton, Managing Director of the Heart Trust NSTA, the Heart NSTA Trust, to give a remark.
Thank you so much, Mr. Stanton Baker, Master of Ceremonies, who refused to call his name in the beginning. It is indeed a privilege to be here, a pleasure at this time, and I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge Senator the Honorable Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, Minister without Portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister, with responsibility for skills and digital transformation. That's a whole lot. That's a whole lot, and we're seeing that on display today. His Worship, the Mayor of Montego Bay, Councillor Richard Vernon. Also a pleasure to see you here. Dr. Andre Houghton, where is he? Yes, how are you? I told him that since university days is the first I'm seeing him in real person. And then we have Mr. Derek Murphy, General Manager, Studica Limited. He has really been a friend of the trust. Dr. Cheryl McLaughlin, where is Doc? Where is Doc? Where is Doc? Okay, yes. And she's our Deputy Managing Director for Training. We have Mr. William here, Deputy Managing Director, Corporate Support. We just heard from Dr. Shorna Newsom-Myrie, but we have to pause to highlight Mrs. Shirley Dyer. Mrs. Shirley Dyer, could you stand so everybody can see you? She is the Principal Director for this college. She manages the operation. She is the lady on the ground ensuring that innovations happen. We have the members of staff at heart. I'm seeing some senior directors, members of the media, or students. You're looking lovely and you're living in the greatest time. You are living in a time that you're seeing this unfolding before your very eyes. If I were in that time, God He knows, perhaps I would be fully AI right now, right? You are getting to see this happen, and that is awesome. So I just want to briefly highlight some of the things that we're doing here at the Hart College of Innovation and Technology. We have trained and certified hundreds of individuals to international standards in programs. Will enhance efficiency in manufacturing and production. I am pleased to announce that the Hcit program's offerings will now include autonomous mobile robotics. So children, you don't have to go to any other path. You can come right here to do your autonomous mobile robotics, your aerial robotics, and additive manufacturing with the focus on 3D printing. Certainly, this is a direct response to the demand of industries in Montego Bay and its environs and the wider Jamaica, where automation and digitization are driving and promulgating productivity. Examples of autonomous mobile robotics include self-driving vacuums and cars. This is what Hart Trust is doing. Aerial robotics are the most popular of the three, as many of us can relate to drones used at parties and other events. We are training individuals to manipulate these technologies. The incorporation of robotics into business operations mark a transformative shift in industries across the world, and there are benefits. What are some of these benefits? Cost savings. So we know that it is expensive to do this as a startup. But we also understand that while the initial investment in robotics technology can be significant, over time it often leads to substantial cost savings through reduced labor cost, decreased waste, and improved resource allocation. And then there's the skill enhancement benefits. The integration of robotics necessitates upskilling and reskilling of the workforce to operate, maintain, and manage these advanced systems. And if we're watching the news closely, the recent announcement that the National Baking Company, anybody remember the National Baking Company, will be investing $6.7 billion on its first state-of-the-art bread plant in Montego Bay, which will be powered partially by robots. And of course, that is welcome news for the Hart NSDA Trust, because immediately we are seeing where we are not behind, we are not playing catch up. We are ready to support that particular industry. And that is what we do at Hart. We forecast, we do the research, we are on top of our game so that when a company comes in or there's a demand from industry, we don't have to be training to catch up. We are ready to provide you with the individuals. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready. We are ready to promote the robotics program. We are ready to highlight industry trends in using robotics. We are ready to showcase the new robotics facility at this institution, and we are ready to meet with key stakeholders in the Montego Bay area for future collaboration. We are a learning organization. We are a future-focused organization. We are not only transforming our learning spaces, we are also transforming as a learning organization. And I'm pleased to state, just yesterday, our board endorsed our digital-first strategy. And our board asked us to go ahead and roll out the digital-first strategy, and it has 5 key areas. Front office transformation. So it's not only the institution, but the corporate spaces at heart are being transformed. Then there's the back office automation. There's the culture transformation. We are seeing the digitization of TVET right here on display. And of course, there's the IT modernization. So the entire trust is transforming. We are teaching, we are learning, and we are changing as an organization. And so please join us on this journey. Please encourage our trainees. Please encourage your families and your friends to be part of the heart experience, because what we do will future-proof Jamaica's economy. Thank you.
We will continue with remarks from Mr. Derek Murphy, General Manager, Studica Limited. Make him welcome, please.
I never know how to follow you. The enthusiasm that is here is just outstanding. I'd just like to thank you for inviting me back again. I was told earlier that if I come back for a 3rd time, I should move here. So, you know, I will ask my wife to buy a house and we'll see what happens. And I think that it's great. I want to start out to say that the initiatives that I see here for STEM learning are second to none. I want to point that out. Since I left here in January, I've been in 9 different countries around the world, and they are literally second to none. So what you are doing to promote STEM education for the future, for the students in Jamaica, is absolutely outstanding. I can also see from the first time that I met students from Jamaica, which was in Kazan in 2019, participating in mobile robotics, how the experience has been elevated, not 1 level, but 4 or 5 levels, okay? So you're also taking advantage of your experience and your skills, and it shows to pass that knowledge on to other people that are there, and it's great. I encourage you to continue to develop your skill base. It's very, very important, and it will stead you well for the future. And I also think that I tell students when I go out, because we're talking about colleges here, there's a shortage worldwide in all skilled trades. So I encourage everybody to find their passion and find that trade. Okay? So it could be in robotics, it could be in automation, but it could be in construction, because there's a shortage worldwide and everybody needs those skilled workers. Last week I went to Houston to a robotics competition. There was 50,000 people there. And what happened to me the very first day I was there was I walked through the lobby and I started to hear my name yelled. And I looked around and there was 25 yellow golf shirts, okay? And it was the robotics team from York Castle, okay? So think about how well you're doing when you have 7,900 robotics teams in 58 countries, and you can make it to the World Championships for that in Houston. They had a great time. It was a good experience, and as I say to people, if you want to be famous for one thing, you know, a lot of people, there's some famous people from Jamaica in sports, right? But what you're doing here with this technology is what I call sports for the mind, okay? And that's very, very important to look at. And when we talk about robotics and building robots, just remember that all of this technology that we're incorporating, we're not building the technology is building the students. Okay? And that's very, very important when we are going to work through that. What we're doing here in your Center of Excellence, I lost my speech, okay. I think is great. There is only one other country in the world that well, I should say two, that have centers of excellence, all right? One is China, and one is Russia, okay? So you are really at the forefront. You've seen where they're coming out, right? And it gives that opportunity to those students to develop different. So they're going to develop the real world skills, but it's important as well, and I hope through what we've done here, and just so that everybody knows that was in on the tour earlier, that right after you left the door or walked out the door, we had a learnable moment. Something blew up. Okay? So it's not a problem. That's what happens, and that's a real world learning skill, and that's important. So now, when I go back in, we can give those students the skills: problem solving, why, critical thinking, communication. Let's talk about it, okay? Let's get into different areas. And it's also important because now we're going to have to troubleshoot not only robotics in there, but that program them different skills. So they are doing design, okay? They are doing electronics. They're doing programming. They are doing manufacturing. So that's the nice thing about robotics, and what that lab is going to do. I'm just going to, it's okay. I have it memorized. Okay? What that lab's going to do is it's going to prepare them for what I call a strong base of skill sets that is great for the future. I should just hang on to it. 70% of the companies in the world anticipated that they would need advanced robotics by 2025. Okay? That's 1 year from now, or under a year. That probably only 20% of them have even started to achieve that goal. So the growth of that is very, very good. You also, in this program, and you're set up for it for success, is you need to embrace the future. Okay? And what I mean by that is, somebody had mentioned AI earlier, and what AI, short interpretation of it is that it uses machines to mimic human capabilities. It's a scary thing, okay? I encourage you to embrace it, and the reason I would say that is that AI is changing robotics. Okay, machine learning and deep learning through things like we have our 3D vision systems, okay, and all of our 2D and sensors. It's going to allow these tools to analyze and to act. I like the fact that you're talking about it, and I just wanted to finish on AI because a lot of people are shutting it out. Okay? They're afraid of what the AI can do from the learning portion and how AI is going to change the way students learn. So any application that has AI built into it, such as computer-aided design software that does regenerative design, they are not allowing it. So do not be afraid of the future, embrace the future, and continue to move forward with your centers of excellence and innovation. Thank you. Didn't expect to win today. In case no one introduced him.
Thank you very much, Mr. Murphy. And I just want to add to your interesting presentation. A study was done by Spherical Insight that estimates robotics market will increase from 2.8 billion in 2022 to 115.88 billion by 2032. And I just want to again commend the team here, because you are preparing our young people to take advantage of what exists. And young people, please look into it. It is the future. It is scary, but it's a reality. Thank God I believe there's a God, because sometimes it is so. Gentlemen, I advise you now to, and ladies, be careful with your social interaction, because AI might be out there creeping up behind you, you don't even know. All right, so we are going to continue with a video testimonial from Mr. Emmanuel Inweke. He's the IT manager of Ocean Coral Spring and Ocean Eden Bay in Trelawney. And we're just going to ask, ladies and gentlemen, please do not walk in front of the camera. The cameramen are asking me to advise you, don't walk in front of the camera. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Emmanuel Weke Jr., past student of Hcit College of Innovation and Technology in Montego Bay Top Road, where I study computer networking and CCNA, that's Cisco Certified Network Associate. While I was there, that's online. Starting this journey with Hcit College of the first day I started there and did a walkthrough. They did a walkthrough with us, taking us to a lab. The setup itself in the lab, it was amazing. So looking at that, I saw the future, a brighter future right ahead of me, you know. And to say I'm very, very proud to be a student from that institution. Very, very proud, and I would definitely recommend this institution like the number one for information technology, because it impacted me a whole lot. And as we speak, currently I'm the IT manager at Ocean Coral Spring and Ocean Eden Bay, coming from Hcit College of Innovation and Technology, Montego Bay.
Thank you very much. Very engaging, and I am extremely happy that the tourism industry is able to accommodate some of the products from this institution. Now, there is a little statement. A teacher asked, you know, Big Boy is a famous boy in Jamaica. Everybody in the class was asked to draw something on a bit of paper and explain exactly what it is that they're drawing. Everybody drew a car, airplane, a robot, everything. Big Boy had just a little dot. Teacher got annoyed and said, "What is this?" Big Boy said, "It is a plane, miss, but it's way up in the sky." Ladies and gentlemen, what we have here, it is not way up in the sky, it's right here beside us. And I heard a gentleman on air a few weeks ago, and he had so much plans and programs that when I was thinking about him, I said he was a robot on steroids. At this time, I'm going to invite His Worship, the Mayor of Montego Bay, my friend, Councillor Richard Vernon. Make him feel welcome.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Baker. You see, the thing with Big Boy has perspective. That is important in life, perspective, how we look at things. Senator, the Honorable Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, Dr. Andre Horton, Dr. Tanisha Ingleton, Councillor Thomas, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, students, Still morning? Good morning. Good morning. I take this opportunity to greet you on behalf of the St. James Municipal Corporation and to congratulate all parties involved in the conceptualization and execution of this symposium, which has successfully brought together experts, enthusiasts, and media to discuss and promote the advancements of robotics. Give yourselves a round of applause. Your theme, Robo Excellence, Catch the Innovation, is most apt within the context of the global economic restructuring we are currently experiencing. The world is moving at a pace that requires radical diversification of our educational offerings and training. The fourth revolution is upon us, and I must commend Hcit NSTA Trust for staying true to its foundations, which is to equip Jamaican workers with the necessary knowledge, skills, and attitudes needed for higher levels of productivity. Therefore, this push to meet global needs by promoting the robotics program, highlighting industry needs or trends, showcasing new robotics, and pulling us together to envision a future we cannot evade is the essence of your mandate. The intent is clear, and I urge my fellow Jamaicans, including our esteemed instructors, dedicated students, all who are joining with us this morning, to embrace this robotics future with both arms. In the same breath, I must commend the government for emphasizing the STEM program. This move demonstrates our Prime Minister's understanding of what investments are required to boost productivity and prevent our economy from reaching a state of diminishing marginal returns. Dr. Horton. As a small island developing state, we face many challenges. Among them is the size of our population, which dictates the size of our labor force and domestic market. Consequently, our economic growth is hampered by diseconomies of scale. In other words, the limited scope of our economy based on the workforce and market results in higher production costs for goods and services, which causes us to be less competitive in the global market. This vulnerability is further exacerbated by inefficiencies in our workforce, a gap that robotics can bridge by providing more quality assurance and productivity. This thought-provoking reality should not evoke fear among those seeking employment. Robots will never be able to significantly replace manual labor based on economic principles. However, with the evolution of AI and machine learning, robots will increase productivity and production, which will augur very well for our economic growth. Rest assured, the future of employment is secure and promising. For this reason, what is being done today, what you're witnessing, and the government's STEM push is appropriately justified, since we will need designers, engineers, programmers, operators, and mechanics to ensure robots maintain their productivity. I will not say much more, but Montego Bay must brace for a whirlwind of technological opportunities on the horizon. Significant groundwork is being done. Very soon, our city's leading industries will be BPO, hospitality, construction, transport, and technology. With the cognitive skills of our talented Jamaicans, technological advancement and outsourcing could be our best shot at economic prosperity. As we consider these things, I encourage students transitioning to high school to see the potential for personal growth and development that comes with acquiring the requisite skill set for the fourth revolution. This will allow them to leverage new employment and entrepreneurial opportunities. I also encourage those seeking higher learning to consider Hart NSTA Trust a viable option. This institution is among the best educational assets in the country, and the government has, yes, you can clap. And the government has made it accessible up to level 4. You can clap for that as well. This policy has significantly reduced barriers preventing our people from unlocking their potential. Finally, let me congratulate you, Dr. Ingleton, your team, and the students on this successful symposium. It is a welcome one, and as mayor for this city, I endorse it 100%. The theme of the symposium, Robo Excellence, Catch the Innovation, is not just a slogan, but a call to action for all of us to embrace the future of robotics and its potential for economic growth. All the best in your future robotics endeavors. Our city looks forward to the innovation that will emerge from your institution through robotics excellence. Thank you very much, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Your Worship, the Mayor. I don't know, I know we are pressed for time because we started late, so the interactive aspect of the program will have to be done afterwards because we are pressed for time and we're sure that there are persons here who need to go back to work or other business. At this time, we will be entertained by Mr. Shavoy Brown. He's a trainee at the Hcit. Mr. Brown. Thank you very much, sir. We're jamming. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an exciting time to be living in Jamaica. I must tell you that we have lived through times when our Caribbean neighbors would make fun of us, the Trinis and the Bajan. Boy, you all can't be doing so bad. Those of you who were in the university remember those days. Now we are the darling of the Caribbean. But I must tell you that they always think they're better than us, you know. So there was this Jamaican doctor that got creative and said, come to my doctor and I'll treat you for 20, whatever illness you have, $20,000, and if you don't get better, I give you 100,000. Bajan lawyer said, God, I can make some money, man. So he went to the doctor and said, Doc, I have lost my sense of taste. Doc said to his assistant, assistant, please pass me the potion in box number 22. And he got it and he poured the potion into the lawyer's mouth. He said, good God, this is kerosene oil. He said, pay me $20,000, you've got your taste back. Lawyer was furious. I'm not losing my 20,000 like that. So he came back and said, Doc, I lost my memory. Doc said, nurse, pass me the content of box number 22. And he poured it in his mouth again, and he said, Jesus Christ is the same kerosene oil you give me. He said, pay me $20,000, you've got your memory back. Lawyer decided with another scheme, boy, I have to get him. So he went back and he said, Doc, I've lost my sight. The doctor said, there's nothing I can give you for this. Here is your money back. So he gave him, remember he was supposed to get it 100,000, he gave him, and the lawyer counted and said, but doc, this is only 80,000. He said, pay me 20,000, your sight is back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some young, bright, very bright, if I may say, Jamaicans who are leading the chart in Jamaica. Last thing I heard from her, I know she was in some other island doing some work. All right, so we'll leave that alone. So, our next speaker is Senator
great support. And there are many others on here, the members of staff of the Heart Trust, NSTA Trust, other specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, our lovely students who are here. And I know you don't like long speeches, don't it? All right, but I'm here this morning just to talk a bit about our programs and to put today into context. Now, today is Girls in ICT Day, and I know some people aren't aware of that, but it's actually a very important day. And this morning, I'm actually coming from an event that started at 9 o'clock in Kingston that was celebrating 300 young women from schools across Jamaica. And they were doing workshops and competing. They're doing competitions today in software development to honor that day. And so this happening on International Girls in ICT Day is a very special thing. I look around and I see a lot of young girls in the audience, and this is a day for you to celebrate. It's a day for you to celebrate your role in all of what we're discussing today. And so I'm very happy to be here, and I think Heart Trust, you chose the right day for this. As we gather here in Mobay at this impressive facility, I want to express my gratitude for being invited to share in this moment. The Deputy Prime Minister Chang called me and told me about the facility. He also told me about this event, and he was so happy about it. And he saw the benefit of this, not just for Montego Bay, but also how it linked back into our general approach in government in terms of ensuring that every single child is seen as potential and that we unleash all of that potential. So this College of Innovation that we are at today is very important, and it's an important peg in terms of us showing that Jamaica is a leader in technology and not just one that is very passive, and that's very important. So our Andrew Holness-led government is saying to you today through this and through all the other initiatives that we do, that we are indeed committed to bringing the tools of productivity and prosperity to all Jamaicans, irrespective of where they are. It also says that Heart's network of innovation covers more than just Kingston. And that's very important because a lot of times things get concentrated in Kingston and St. Andrew. And Heart has signaled in this institution, which is in Montego Bay, and also its Center of Excellence that is in St. Elizabeth, that technology is not just the purview of our students in particular areas. And we've put most of the emphasis actually outside of Kingston, and that says a lot for Heart, and I congratulate Dr. Ingleton, you and the entire team, for understanding that the talent is everywhere and that we have to find the talent wherever it is. Now, in terms of girls in ICT, and given it's the day, we have to talk about it. Women are very much underrepresented in ICT and STEM fields. They make up only 28% of the workforce. And here in Jamaica, we are striving to shift that balance, aiming for a future where our daughters stand equally with our sons in the digital space. From app development to artificial intelligence, technology shapes our future and our lives. And our girls must have equal opportunity to our boys. So girls who are here, this ICT lab gives you an opportunity to engage. Engaging with technology from a young age opens doors, and that's why it's so fabulous to have our primary school students here. Because even though our mandate is 17 and above, we understand that if you don't have the exposure from early, then you are being left behind. And so Heart pushing on its mandate is very important, because we understand that at 17 you've already done a lot of learning, and we want to ensure that when you come to Heart and do the other programs, that you are equipped with what you need to go forward. Last week, I was so happy to be at the award ceremony for the She Secures competition. And that's an international competition in cybersecurity, So teams are given tasks and they're asked to execute on them, and they're competing globally. And what was very fabulous to see was that the school that won first, second, and third place was St. Elizabeth Technical High School in a global competition. And it says, again, that's why what Hart is doing in bringing technology everywhere in Jamaica is that the talent is there. There is a lot of talent. And those ladies, their scores were high. I mean, they weren't even losing many points in the competition. That's how good they were. And I know there are many other young women around Jamaica who are as brilliant as that St. Elizabeth Technical High School team is. And all they had, they didn't have huge resources. They didn't. What they had were 2 teachers who were absolutely committed to them. And they were able to work with those young ladies and take them to this high point. And they were so excited. And I told them there's much, much more to come for them in their future. And that's some of the success that we've seen, and that we want to have more of it. Now, the ICT sector is not only a field of innovation, but also a domain of economic empowerment. It offers career paths that are resilient, lucrative, and especially when I talk to young people, lucrative meaning you can make enough money from it, and exciting. With technology at your fingertips, you can aspire to be leaders, entrepreneurs, and innovators. One of the reasons why the tech industry is so lucrative is because of the demand for talent. Demand in this area is surpassing supply. So for all of our young students who are here, understand that this is an area for the future. And I tell students all the time, I know you spend a lot of time on social media because I have children, and you're on Facebook and Instagram, and you're on, well, you're young, you don't do Facebook, it's only us old people do Facebook, right? So you're on TikTok and you're on Instagram a lot. But guess what? You can use those same programs to understand where the world is going. And you have a responsibility to know where these new jobs are, and these new jobs are in tech. That is the future, and those jobs aren't low-paying jobs. And you saw the IT manager that came out of this institution doing very well in the tourism sector. That is absolutely critical, this area, in terms of the future, not just of Jamaica, but of the world. Now, the shortfall, for example, in cybersecurity is large. Some people say it's up to 4 million people are needed in cybersecurity. That's an area that is ripe for growth, and that's something you should know. You should all know that there is a significant demand for persons in cybersecurity. There is a shortage of software developers. There are a shortage of people who are skilled in AI. There are many shortages in these areas, and what you have to do is to figure out, how am I going to be one of those that's going to fill those gaps that exist globally. In terms of robotics, robotics is absolutely critical for the future. I spoke recently to some farmers, and they spoke about the future of farming being all about technology. And that's true. And especially when we have climate change, and we have the droughts that we are facing, and sometimes other adverse weather events. It is clear that farming of today, or the farming of yesterday, cannot take us to the kind of food security that we need. And that's why Hart's initiative in St. Elizabeth to bring robotics to its agricultural programs and to rename it Agri-Tech is really important. And it says that we have an institution that is very future focused. A farmer today has to understand how to use the probes, has to understand how to use aerial robotics as a part of security, and also in terms of monitoring the farm generally. So when we talk about aerial robotics, which sounds nice and fancy, it actually has real relevance for Jamaica in even an area such as food security. And so when we are doing our courses that relate to farming or agriculture, the technology dimension is just as critical as your traditional agricultural science that we would teach. And that's where Hcit, in its Digital First initiatives, is showing to Jamaica that we truly believe in our young people. We truly believe that Jamaica has a bright future. And because we believe that, we are putting in place the programs to ensure that we have the workforce that is necessary and that is embedded with the technology that will take us forward. Now, robotics is not just going to be seen in that area. We're going to see robotics featuring prominently everywhere, from healthcare to manufacturing. Everywhere we're going to be seeing this. And artificial intelligence also is going to be fueling a lot of the growth and development of these robots. And so when we talk about artificial intelligence, oh, that was a very nice mango in his hand. And of course, mango production for the future. We're going to need the technology. We're going to need the robots to surveil the fields, all of that, right? Very nice intermission. But artificial intelligence is something that, as we heard earlier, is from Derek. It's not something that we need to necessarily fear. There are good points and there are bad points. And any technology comes with its pros and cons, as would artificial intelligence. And so, as I heard the beautiful pan being played over there, I wondered what's going on with Jamaica in relation to music and AI. Anyone can use artificial intelligence to create new music. Where are we at the forefront of AI and understanding AI and how AI's impact on music? We are a leading country in music. We have to also be leaders in terms of developing the technology around music. We are also leaders in tourism globally. We have to be the leaders in technology also for the hotel industry. And so these areas where we have excelled as Jamaica, the future to a large extent is about how technology is changing them. And we have to, through Hcit, when Hcit is doing all of this work, it may just seem like technology, but it's bigger than just the tech. It's about positioning Jamaica for the future. And we can't position Jamaica for the future if we don't infuse technology into things like music, into things like agriculture, into our manufacturing. Every facet of life is going to be touched by technology. And so the work that Hcit is doing in this area is really about national development and Jamaica taking its rightful place as a leader in these industries. And we understand that being a leader in these industries means also being a leader in the technology for these industries. And so Hcit has opened the treasury of digital skills in Jamaica and to all Jamaicans. Digital skills extend far beyond the basic ability to navigate social media platforms or use word processors. Digital skills encompass a broad range of competencies, including coding, data analysis, digital marketing, and cybersecurity, all that are offered at Hcit. In a world where the boundaries of technology constantly expand, these skills provide the tools needed to participate in the digital world. The digital revolution has transformed every corner of our society. Transformation has occurred from how we communicate and consume information. And I say this all the time to my children, that back in the day, my mother didn't live in Jamaica, and I used to go to Cable and Wireless. They had a box on the road, you know, in Halfway Tree. You go down to that location and you would make calls. You guys don't understand that. I'm old, I'm dating myself, but that's what you would do to communicate with people who were overseas. Now my children just take up the phone and video call grandma. The world, we have been touched by technology. But the reality is that there's still people who are afraid of the technology. And it is in our interest to be able to help every Jamaican along in terms of the use of technology. And that's where Hcit comes into place in terms of developing all of you young students here, but developing you so that you can create tools. And I don't want you to create anything that's just up in the sky. It needs to be things that are relevant to your environment. What is created overseas is not to our environment necessarily. And that's why we need you brilliant thinkers who are here to develop the technology that is Jamaica relevant. And so I have to thank Hcit. I thank them all the time. And I'm proud to be here and confidently say that Hcit, as Jamaica's national training agency, has surveyed the land and responded by infusing technology with its programs to ensure that they remain relevant and forward-looking. Through Hcit and other agencies of the administration, we are investing in developing our people and developing them wherever they are in our country. Now, Hcit has gone even further. They talk about sustainability and matching technology and sustainability. Green construction is another area that Hcit is pioneering. We understand that with, again, climate change, construction needs are different. Rainwater harvesting is central. We have to be thinking about solar technology. We have to be building in much more green ways. And all of that is provided at Hcit. I always find it funny when you go on social media and I see a lot of people say Jamaica should, and Jamaica should be doing more in this area or that area. And invariably I can say, have you gone onto Hcit's website and seen what programs Hcit has? Hcit is leading the way in green construction in Jamaica because that's the only type of construction that is going to be able to have us withstand the changes that are coming with climate change. So to the students who are here, I want you to remember that every one of you has the potential to lead and shape the future of technology. Let this day be a stepping stone to your journey in innovation, empowerment, and leadership. And to the teachers, I say to you, please bring them back here. Bring them to the labs that are here. Organize and with Hcit to come in and play with these technologies. You have to do it. And I ask all the teachers who are here to do that. We want to hear Hcit say to us, you know, it's oversubscribed. We don't have enough spots for schools. We need to build a few more of these across Jamaica. That's what we want. And I say to you in Western Jamaica, use this facility. This facility is world class. We have people like Studica and that company that's helping us in terms of bringing the best technology. When you see these robots and these drones that are here and inside, those are the same robots and even the drones that you see. They're the same ones that students in the United States or Canada or Europe are using. You are not using anything that's inferior. You are getting access to the best that the world has. It is not cheap. Hcit is not going cheap. They are going for the best that is out there and using that to teach you. And what it says, and what I want you to really believe, is that the government sees your potential. The government sees you as a star. And if you are a star, you must be given the resources to unleash your potential. And that is what Hcit is doing. So teachers, students, harass your teachers to come here so that you can use this technology that is here, that has been brought to you by Hcit, because this is how you are going to be able to become that leader and become that person who develops the kind of technology that we need in this world. And so let me hear that it's oversubscribed, please, so that I can say, Dr. Ingleton, you need to find a budget for 3 more across Jamaica, because this is really very important. So I say to all of you young students here, stay curious, stay motivated, and take advantage of every opportunity to learn. every opportunity for you to learn more about technology. Participate in the events, join the clubs, be competitive. You heard about York Castle in the US competing. There are other schools that are competing internationally. Be a part of that. We are competitive, we're winners, and we know how to compete. Let's show the world that we're also winners in STEM, in technology, because I know that we are. In closing, it's a joy definitely to be here, and it's a joy to be here on International Girls in ICT Day. And I want to thank again the Hart NSTA Trust for all the work that they are doing. Hart, please keep building. You're providing a solid foundation for a new Jamaica. Continue to break barriers and continue to build a Jamaica where everybody, including our young girls, including a child who does not have resources, feels that they have the opportunity to succeed in ICT. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Senator, the Honorable Dr. Dana Morris Dixon. Thank you. Can't leave that part out. Now, we really appreciate the plans and programs that the minister and the ministry is putting forward, because we're aware that Hart will not function on its own unless there is a clear path, clear directives that they get to perform specific act and tasks. And we honestly believe that the job you're doing here at Hart, it is appreciated, it is timely, it is welcome. And I must say to you, young people in the audience, let me put up my hand. I am starting a Hart program in Thailand at the beginning of May. I am going to say to you, these good things can be happening and I'm not taking part of it. I swear, I don't know what I'm going to do with Thailand, but later on, we figure it out. The technology is there. Come on, man. All the classes should be full to capacity. Honestly, man, this is where the future is. I said it before, and I am going to say it again. You can pinch yourself. Things that I used to think about when I was a boy, like little airplanes flying in the air just above me. I am now seeing little space cars. I saw one in Switzerland the other day being tested. This is just a figment of my active imagination when I was growing up as a boy. The reality is that if I had a heart to set me straight, I might have been the pioneer with none of this. So you guys have the opportunity right now to take use of all that is available. And I implore you to do so. At this time, we're going to be having presentation of gifts to the keynote speaker. So we're going to invite Miss Denise Henlon, Program Coordinator at HCTI, to come forward. HCIT.
It speaks for itself, right? All right, good afternoon, everyone. Senator Honorable Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, we are very appreciative of your presentation. We could have felt your passion in the different areas that you touched, but we have a little token to give to you for taking out the time to come and be with us today. It's from heart, made by heart. To be specific, the Seaford Town campus of the Western TVET Institute. From heart, made by heart, for the Right Honorable Dr. Dana Morris Dixon.
That is very funny because, you know, my heritage is from Seaforth. So that's quite nice. And it looks like, you know, there's welding involved in it. And by the way, they do virtual welding. So you don't have to get the sparks flying on you. You just use the technology to do that welding. And I, too, am trying to find a course to do. So thank you. Thank you. Very kind of you. I guess you were keeping some. Yes, we'll keep it for you.
Thank you very much. And if I may say, Senator, I think it is the most timely gift that you could get. I don't know who heard it. She attended a function at 9 in Kingston. We started at 10 here. And I assume we might have actually gotten started at 10:30. I will say no more. Please use that gift because we don't want to lose you. Thank you very much. At this time, I'm going to call on Ms. Lorna Stoddart, and I'm going to call up the Master of Ceremony, I don't know where he is, to collect a gift. Mr. Master of Ceremony, wherever you are. Mr. Tingling, is that you?
Mr. Baker, the fact that you did not want to reveal your name means that everyone will remember your name. But the pleasure is mine, sir, to present you with this gift on behalf of the Heart and Hcit Trust for the excellent role you played today in making our program a success. We look forward to having with you again when we have another event.
I thank you very much on behalf of Mr. Baker. All right. At this time, I'm going to invite Mrs. Georgette Shirley Dyer, Director Principal of Hcit, to do the vote of thanks. And then I will come back with some closing information. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, I wish to acknowledge the previously established protocols. I know we're between you and what is inside and lunch. As we come to the close of this morning's opening ceremony for this inspiring robotics symposium, I stand before you with a heart full of gratitude. Gratitude is a must. And admiration. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend my sincerest thanks to each and every one of you who contributed to what I believe is the success of this event. First and foremost, my deepest appreciation goes to God for providing favorable weather. We have been having a little rains over the past couple of days, but he held up his mighty hand and allowed us to be able to have such a beautiful day outside. I wish to thank our esteemed speakers, Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Stainton Baker. Your mastery in taking us through this morning's opening session was commendable. Your skills at engaging the audience and stimulating our memory with your questions, and not just that, but inciting laughter, with your big boy story and other stories. The most notable one was the doctor lawyer story. Very, very, very good. That was commendable. Senator, the Honorable Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, we thank you for your inspiring speech on technology. I must say that we're supposed to be streaming Girls in IT from Cisco Live. Don't know if it's finished by now. But your emphasis on ladies in IT is commendable. I too am a product of information technology. The areas that you highlighted for growth, Doc, we're already on our way. HCIT is on our way. Cybersecurity, Wendy, woo! Software developer, John Mark, woo! Many others. We were encouraged to be the leaders in technology. Jamaica should lead. And I commit to you that we are well on our way. His Worship, the Mayor of Montego Bay, Councillor Richard Vernon, thank you for your insightful remarks and your encouragement to embrace a robotic future. I'm still trying to visualize what that looks like. Can you imagine me? Okay. Especially for the city of Montego Bay. It is so sad that we could not. We tried to get the operations manager for National Bakery, but he was so overwhelmed that he was not able to come, but we are ready for him when he comes here. Dr. Tanisha Ingleton, Managing Director of the Heart NSTA Trust. This event would not have been made possible without your strategic direction that you have provided for the organization. And I will say that we are to forecast, research, remain on top of the game. We are ready. Ready we are ready. Mr. Derek Murphy, General Manager, Studico Limited, your continued support to helping her transition into the emerging technologies of robotics is commendable. Your expertise, insights, and passion have illuminated the path towards a very exciting future in robotics. Your willingness to share your knowledge has enriched us all. You have said that we are to find our passion. It may not be in robotics, but whatever your passion is, let me tell you, Heart has the passion to go with your drive. I would like to express gratitude to our fellow colleagues, Dr. Holloway, Dr. Elaine Holloway, Region 5, STVET Institute, your overwhelming support in providing the guidance and the accreditation for HCIT cannot go unnoticed. We truly appreciate your hand walking. We're like your little sister. You have led the way and we are right behind you. Thank you very much. Mr. Dwayne Bent, the man behind the scenes driving technology in the organization. Your insightful and innovative support in helping us to move forward is commendable. Quickly, Mrs. Tricia McLean-Rowe, Senior Director, ITC. I know she's not here, but I could not thank her. We have been given the resources that we need, Doc, to move forward. Mr. Azan White, I know you always get a beating, but today it's not a beating you're getting a big thank you. I'm not seeing him. But we want to thank you and the team from Properties Management to ensuring that Region 4 could be able to produce such a memorable event. Regional directors, managers of the Heart NSTA Trust, I love you. Mr. Mullings, I single you out because if you miss a call from me, you're calling me back. And you're always so helpful in helping to direct us on the right path. Your generous support have been instrumental in making this symposium possible. Your commitment to advancing robotics is truly commendable, and we're grateful for your collaboration. Region 4, I could not do this without Northwest TVET Institute, Western TVET Institute, St. James Parish Office, led by our wonderful leader, Dr. Shorna Sweetsome Mary. Right? She has really been inspirational in moving us to a point where we need to go. And I must say thanks to the persons in the white, the khaki, the gray, the green, or dedicated attendees of students and teachers from the various schools across Region 4. We thank you for your participation in this symposium. And last but not least, well, to last, our key stakeholders. We thank you very much. And I just want to single out a gentleman who called me yesterday. Sorry about that. Counselor for the Mount Salem Division, Mr. Kerry Thomas, thank you very much. And Dr. Andre Horton, opposition spokesman on technology, thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you. They wanted to come for a visit tomorrow and found out that we were having the symposium, and they took time from their busy schedule to come and support us. We truly appreciate your presence. Thank you very much. Our team from the technical support in providing us with the live stream and audiovisual, we thank you very much for your expertise and your handling of this event. And finally, I want to thank the hard work of my team. Teamwork truly makes the dream work. I could not have done it alone. And so I want to say my sincerest thank you to Team Hcit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Shirley Dyer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I step away from the tourism industry and I become a regular citizen and say to them, I say, yo, art a big deal, you know? No, seriously. What you guys are doing here is a big deal. And I don't have any more big boy joke to give to close. But there was this Rasta man in New York City that went to a bank with a caucus bag of marijuana, went into the bank and presented to the teller and said, I want to open a joint account. Young ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to open a joint account. What Heart is doing for you here is a big deal. Enough money, big money business. Take advantage of it. This is really, really commendable. Heart, managing director, everybody involved, I am going to ask you all to stand and be recognized, and I'm going to ask the audience, just give them a huge, a hell of a Jamaican type of round of applause. All members of staff from every area, even, where are the students? Where are the students from Heart? Please stand and be recognized, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a round of applause, they deserve it. They have been doing well. Congratulations to you all. Thank you. Job well done. Job to be continued. We have a society to change one person at a time. And Heart, it is your task. All right, so we have some housekeeping matters to attend to. Student visiting, please listen carefully. At the end, you're going to head upstairs to register for the Try a Skill program. At that point, I think you'll be given a computer pass to access the hot and cold bar. Well, that will be of your choice. All other invited guests, you're going to be asked to head to the canteen to access lunch. Other specially invited guests, when you leave, we go on a tour of the robotics facility, and you'll access a juice. Thank you. I needed that.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Let me help him. Okay, so when we're finished here, because we cannot have the tour with everybody, we're going to split the group in two. So our students from the high school and the teachers, you're going to do phase 1, which is the trial skill. So you're going to head upstairs. There's a registration booth. At the booth, you'll be issued with a complimentary pass to access a refreshing beverage, hot or cold of your choice. And then once we finish, we were aiming to finish by 12:30, then you'll be escorted downstairs to the canteen for lunch. So that's the students from the high schools, primary schools, and the teachers. And then after lunch, you do your tour of the robotics facility. For the other specially invited guests, you're going to head straight. I know some of you have accessed the tour already and have to go, but you will go to the tour. On your way to the tour, we have a juice bar as well to allow you to refresh yourself. And then after the tour, we're hoping that the lunch will be here. You will move with us to the resource center to dine for lunch. Understood? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Shirley Dyer. That was actually too much for me to handle. Thanks much. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, having received the instructions, we are at that point where let me say, all good things must come to an end. And this portion of the program has ended. I want to thank you for being a wonderful audience. I want to thank all the presenters. I want to thank all the presenters, all the students, teachers, everybody that made it here this morning. I know that I would have recognized Dr. Horton earlier, but I just want to send a shout out to him again, and I'm going to public state that I just learned that we're actually related. Mr. Kerry Thomas, my friend, from far. Welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of the day. Before we go, we're going to be having the ribbon cutting ceremony, the opening of the Hcit, is this Autonomous Mobile and Aerial Robotics Lab. And we're going to ask the following persons to be on standby to be directed to the area for the ribbon cutting. Senator the Honorable Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, His Worship the Mayor of Montego Bay, Councillor Richard Vernon, Dr. Tanisha Ingleton, Managing Director, and Dr. Andre Horton, Opposition Spokesperson on Commerce, Technology, and Innovation. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good rest of day. Goodbye.